Glorify God even though the court says you can't have your children back. Glorify God even though they won't make room for you. Glorify God even though they're going to come in to repossess your car. Glorify God, because right in the midst of this, God's going to do something so extraordinary, so miraculous, so splendid, that you could have never foreseen it. You could have never predicted it. I'm talking about more than you asked for. I'm talking about more than you requested. God said He wants to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can think or imagine. The reason they're taking what you've settled for is because what you've settled for is not enough. It's not what God really wants you to have. They call Him Jehovah Jireh. His name means the God of excess, the God of more than enough. Now, why would the God of more than enough want you to settle for just enough? He let that car be taken. He let that person walk out of your life because He's got more in store for you. What God removes, He's going to replace. I know it's difficult to wrap your mind around it right now, but when all this is over, you're going to thank God for the chastisement. You're going to thank God for the trial. You're going to thank God for the pain. You're going to thank God for the discomfort, because it is working in you a far more exceeding eternal weight of glory. And the fact that you want more, the fact that you're called to a higher level, the fact that you are destined to achieve more than what you are achieving now, just means you're going to have to go through some stuff.
That's right.
You're going to have to feel some stuff. You're going to have to experience some stuff. But know this. It's all working out for your good.
Amen.
The pain you feel is necessary pain because it gives birth to purpose.
Amen.
So you go ahead and cry tears if you need to. You sow those tears if you need to, because you're going to reap in joy.
Amen.
Sorrow may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning.
Amen.
What you're going through is making you better. Therefore, it's completely and totally necessary.
Amen.
But you tell all your spectators,
Come on now.
tell all your naysayers,
Come on now.
tell all the bystanders, the gossipers, the persecutors of your life to stay tuned and keep watching, because they're going to see the demonstration of God's power right in the midst of your pain. Right in the midst of this pain, they're going to see God fulfill His plan. Right in the midst of this pain, they're going to see God fulfill His purpose. I want everybody in my life that said God could never use me, that said I failed too many times, that said I went too far and I said too much, that said I could never be recovered. I want you to keep watching. I want you to stay tuned, because I'm telling you, when God gets done doing what He's doing, when God gets done building what He's building, when God gets done setting everything in position, everything in order, you will know that God has moved in my life. You will know that God has planned in my life, that God has purpose in my life. I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm not going to let bitterness root up inside me. I just want you to see. I want you to see that God uses whoever He wants, whenever He wants. He don't need the church's opinion. He didn't ask for the church's advice. He don't need you to okay His decision. He can use the less qualified, the less credentialed, and do more with them. He don't need your degree. He don't need your talent. He don't need your gift. If God gets ready to do something in you, if God gets ready to do something through you, it's going to prosper, no matter what demonic influence rises up against it. No matter what the enemy brings, no matter what weapon he utilizes, no matter who don't like it, I'm telling you, when it's all over, the more they afflicted, the more they afflicted you, the more you're going to multiply and grow.
That's right.
The more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
Amen.
It should put a smile on your face when you see the enemy pushing against you,
That's right.
because you're threatening to him.
That's right.
You're threatening to his territory. You're threatening to his plan. You're threatening to his purpose. So he is concentrating his forces. He is emptying his ammunition in an attempt to take you out. Not because you're weak, Not because you're less than, not because you're not good enough, but because he is afraid of what will happen if you learn the lesson that God is teaching you and you rise up to your capability and you achieve your potential. It terrifies the enemy. What will happen if you become the person God has ordained you to be?
Come on.